Okay, it's May 2024 and it's time to carry on with the rebuild of the Honda VF750 engine. This is the top crankcase and we need to do some work on it. Except I've given up. So, this top case is beyond economic repair, which is a real shame because the barrels seem in quite good condition, and the reason I took this engine apart in the first place is because I had very low compression on this cylinder over here, and of course I don't know what the condition of what's in here is like until I get it out and have a good look at it. But I've tried, I cannot fix this thing. The two little bolt holes here which just hold this little retaining clip which just holds in the selector drum. Well, they wouldn't come out when I tried to remove them, and that one I had to drill out, that one's sheared off, and it's just beyond my abilities to properly extract those cleanly and sort of remake those threads. I would need to put inserts in there, retap. It's just too close to the crankcase wall there. Can't get in there with any of the basic equipment I've got, and a machine shop is going to charge me a lot of money to do something that's very, very basic. So I've sourced a replacement, top and bottom cases, so they do at least match. Does mean I'll need to update the engine number on the V5 document, but hopefully that fixes the issue. Get in and have a good look, but apart from that they look okay. The bit I'm interested in, of course, is round here where that selector drum comes out. The seller did assure me there were no broken fixings, all the threads were intact, so let's have a look. Yeah, they seem to be. That's those two just at the very top there. They look intact, everything's all good inside. A little bit of clean up on the barrels, on the surfaces there. And this is the bottom case upside down, of course. Well, I'll say of course, it is. This is the sump mating surface. So when we get to cleaning this up, selector drum just slots back in. It's a little tight, that'll need a bit of a clean. And it's tight. Oh, blimey, why is that so tight? There we go. And then that's the clip, the retainer. Whichever way around that goes, must go that way, I think. Just a single one for there. And then this just sits on there. And I'll just need a couple of retaining bolts. That one is countersunk, same as that one. That one's just a hex head sits above. I think some of the internal gear change mechanism would foul on that one, that's why it's countersunk anyway. Anyhow, time to get everything all cleaned up and everything's starting to get put back together, and hopefully we will have this low compression fixed. I was amazed I was able to get hold of these parts so easily, and I paid about 70 quid, not too bad. I thought I was going to be paying probably double that for a complete engine, which I didn't want. but I think that's pretty good value, and I'm really pleased that I can carry on with this fix without having to try and make a botch repair on this one, or go paying double or treble 70 quid to get a machine shop to fix it for me. So I'm going to crack on with this, and I'll bring you back when we are probably in the parts washer, just getting some of the oil and grease off these cases. I've had a really good dig around and I found that correct bolt and that correct bolt there. So they seem to be exactly the right size, thread, pitch, everything. So that's what I'll put all that back together with. But yeah, let's get these to the parts washer. So, my parts washer. The only thing officially a part of a parts washer is this Clark brush, because the rest of it is just a little fish tank pump and a little tyre wheel brush thing and a big tub. But it does the job. So we're going to get cleaning these parts up. This is the old top case that's going to get trashed. I've got a couple of cam covers that need all the paint removing, so we're going to get on and do that. I think over there, far side, is the sump. 25 litres of concentrated degreaser parts washer. Dilute this to 1 in 20 apparently, so probably going to steal some doing this. Okay, well, let's deal with this rusty old work surface first, because that will not do for reassembly. Okay, let's get started on the lower and upper crankcases, the side covers, the sump and the rocker covers. Might as well do the sprocket cover while we're at it. The heads I'll do separately, and there's a few other bits and bobs that will need completely cleaning up before we put everything back together. You know, like the rest of the bike and all of the fairings, some of which need a considerable amount of repair. This is in good condition, looks fairly new. The tank I've acid cleaned, but that'll need another little go, and I think the tap's stuck now. These are all the engine internals. We'll get to these later. We'll dig out all these shell bearings and replace those. They're missing from the lower case anyway. Those are the plain bearings for the crank. There's a roller bearing in there for the transmission. We'll get that out and replace it.